welcome to Salgaocar Institute of International Hospitality Education. This is the third Asia Pacific International Religious Tourism and Pilgrimage Conference of 2025. The first one was held in Vietnam and the second one was in Indonesia. I have to thank Professor Subhash and Dr. Razak for making sure that we are the host for this year's event. Thank you so much. And with us, our chief guest for today, Director of Higher Education, Government of Goa, Sri Bhushan Savekar. Please welcome him. Professor Carlos Fernandez of Institute of Polytechnic, Viana de Costiavo in Portugal. You came all the way from Portugal. We welcome you, Professor Rana P.B. Singh. He was with the Banaras Hindu University from 1998 until 2016. We welcome you, Professor Rana. Professor Darush Lutikas from University Lithuanian Center of Social Science. You came all the way from Lithuania. We welcome you too. Finally, we have Mr. Pariche Perivesh. Am I right? Okay. And the CEO of Katros Techie based in Pune. Yeah. We welcome you too. The religious tourism, the purpose of religious tourism is for spiritual purpose. When people travel, when they are motivated to travel for religious tourism, they don't mind travel to far away places, spend many days. Sometimes that doesn't happen with the pleasure tourism or leisure tourism. And in recent issue of Economist, which was published on the 26th of December 2024, there is an article which says, India tourism highlighted how the assets and attractions of India as tourism destination is grossly underutilized compared to many other countries. Whereas countries which they don't have any cultural heritage have created a paradise for tourism. I just give you an example. India has near about 43 World Heritage Sites. And as an average, we have 7 million tourists visiting India every year. Compared to Dubai, which was a man-made paradise, which attracts near about 17 million tourists every year. Dubai is not a country. Dubai is a small city within the United Arab Emirates. So what I'm trying to say, with whatever heritage sites we have, temples that we have, churches we have, we can boost this tourism. So that is why this issue mentions that it is underutilized.
Professor Dr. Carlos Fernandez. Dr. Rana P.B. Singh. Professor Dr. Darush Lutikas. And Mr. Pariche Perivesh. Thank you all. Our first distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Carlos Fernandez, is an Associate Professor with Aggregation and Tourism at Instituto Politécnico de Viana do Castelo, Portugal. Professor Fernandez lectures to...
Where shall I start? Usually say from the beginning. First, I'd like to compliment the members of the table. It is a real pleasure to be here. It's my first trip to India, and I'm not going to enter too much into this because for my presentation in a little while, you will see why I have a certain link to Indian people, let's say it this way. Okay? But here I am for the next few minutes I will be talking about the Institute of Religious Tourism and Pilgrimage. It started in 2003, and who initiated, who took the initiative? Tourism Board. So when we have someone here from the Regional Tourism Board, back in 2003 we received this invitation, I received this invitation, to put together a group of international experts in the tourism, religious tourism field, religious tourism pilgrimage field, and meet in Fatima in Portugal. One of the people who, we had about 20 people at this meeting, and one who was supposed to be there sent a paper, was published in the proceedings of that meeting, but was unable to make it, Professor Singh. So we've been, it's been a while, 20 years that we've been knowing one another, exchanging mails with one another. Occasionally I receive an email from Professor Singh, very colorful emails, I should say. And it's been a real pleasure. It's been a long journey. It's been 21 years, a very good journey, a very productive journey. I met some wonderful people along the way. Two examples there that we've been working together all these years. But one person that is not able to be here today for visa difficulties was Razak Raj. He is also a member of the executive of the board of the Institute. And I remember back in 2003 when I received, I don't know we had emails, I think it was faxes still at the time, I'm not sure. I received a communication from him saying, you know, I don't know if I should go to Porto or to Lisbon to get to Fatima. He said, don't worry, come to Porto. I'll drive down from Vienna, pick you up, and then we'll drive together to Fatima.
Because when we are talking about pilgrimage system, in my opinion, no way academic training in pilgrimage. This one thing I would like to share with you. The journey started first stage 1972-73. It's already 52 years past. Okay? Now you can see the symbolic relation, 52 sacred sites related to Mother Goddess in India. Okay? If you can plot on the map what we have done, that was a project from MIT and Astrophysics Department, University of Colorado. Then we find something what we call sacred geometry. It's all astrophysical phenomena, etc. So generally one side would think that these are only description in the text, but modern science says no, it has at least 80 to 90% scientific investigation or roots in the ground. So that is the way. So again, let me say another thing, like you can just count 5 persons here, okay? Panchabhuta Parmeshwar. So you know Feng Shui very well. What about our Panchabhuta? So we have worked in China, and 2-3 years ago, before COVID, they have accepted that the whole system of Feng Shui, of Feng Shui in Korea all came from India. Generally we say that it is 9th, 10th century, but we find all that evidence and publish that in Korean and Chinese, that history goes at least 1st century. So these are the things like this. The route is like this. 2 words only we have to say. We start from the Rig Veda at the real Brahmana. What is the last and ultimate aim of your life? What you want? You can see the biography of the great scientists, double laureates, etc., the founders of, it may be Einstein, Open, the whole list. And you can try to see what was their aim. They all wanted where I am, go ahamakuta ayata, where I am in the cosmos, and want to express this. That was the ultimate. And exactly that is the root of pilgrimage. What in modern context generally we say religious tourism, that is a modern way to approach, but there is no word like tourism in at least ancient Indian literature. That is called tirtha. And tirth means cross from this world to another. Not translated like ford and going from this side to another side, no. It is from humanity just to cross to link with the divine feeling. The moment you make the bridge, and that's why the whole book was written, that is called Three Bridge by Vachaspati, that is 11th century. That defines that how you have to awaken your super consciousness of mind and then try to reach, and you reach something level, what we call nowadays, very popularly beside Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is from Atharva Veda. The whole world is a family. So this is the one of the essence of what we call this pilgrimage. And nowadays we are talking like religious tourism. I prefer to call our
respected dignitaries on the dais and all my friends. It's really my privilege and honor to be here in this august gathering of researchers and scholars who will be speaking today or presenting papers on religious tourism and pilgrimage, which is the oldest form of tourism that exists ever. Perhaps maybe in olden days people used to travel for hunting from one place to another, but that is no more done. So the oldest form of tourism that exists will be the religious tourism and pilgrimage. When we see the world as a whole, the largest human gathering that we have ever seen are all for religious purpose. Whether in the state of Goa, if we see the largest gathering, or whether it is in a country like India or in the world, the largest human gathering are for religious tourism. The religious tourism differs in some way with the leisure or pleasure tourism. One way is there is no need of promotion of this tourism. So this is less spoken tourism, but it is regularly practiced tourism by many people. Less spoken in the sense when I compared it with the tourism like promotion of XYZ beach or promotion of XYZ place, except in the recent past where the religious places are also promoted as tourism. This religious tourism is less spoken and less marketed form of tourism, that's what I feel. One more thing that is there in the religious tourism is when we say the leisure or pleasure tourism, it is limited to rich or middle class. But this is the form of tourism which does not follow the economic class or caste or religion as such. So even the poor forms part of this tourism. They also visit the holy places. And that is one thing that makes this tourism different from any other form of tourism. One more thing that is there, what is difference in?
I have tried to make this vote of ties a bit interesting. Under the skies of Goa's embrace, we gather here in this sacred space to honor wisdom, efforts and care. A heartfelt thanks to all who are there. To Shri Bhushan Savarkar, our honored chief guest, your words have inspired, igniting our quest